Welcome to Sunday Stock Talk with Rich. We are live. So I'm just going to quickly test the audio and make sure we're good to go. And then we're going to get this party started. So just double checking real quick here, guys. Okay, good to go. So I see we have 8 people in the chat. Welcome. Thanks for joining me. And right now what we're going to do is we're going to go through a lot of things. We're going to look at chart requests. We're going to look at futures. We're going to talk about options. We're going to do everything. Okay. So we have See Me. Hello to everybody. Welcome, my friend. Thank you for joining. Thank you for watching my YouTube videos and all the comments. I really appreciate that. Let's just quickly go on Twitter here, guys. And let's just post that we're live in case anybody didn't get the notification. Let's just hit that there. Live now. Okay, good to go. All right. So what we need to do, as always, is we need to look at futures. And we need to see where the market's opened, and we need to see if there's initial momentum or if we're in a range. Okay, so this is a great example. So just gonna close a few of these things. And what we want to do every single week is we want to draw the high and the low of the previous week. Okay, so the high was 42.38. So we're going to double click here and we're going to do 42.38 like that. And then we're going to just go to the low here. So the low is 40.29 1/4. So we're just going to go here, 40.29 1/4. Okay. And then we're going to go to the hourly chart so we can see things clearer. And so we can see we're pretty much opening in the middle of the range. All right. So we actually had a tradable setup. So Blues Rock Addict. Hey, man, I'm in the hard rock right now. So you probably like that. I'm here for a few months actually on business. So thanks for supporting. Thanks for being here. So let's just look at the price action since we started. So we started here at 18. So 18 is 6 p.m. Eastern. Okay. And I want to show you guys this. We had a nice winning trade already. Okay. So here we go. This 7 o'clock close was an inside bar. You guys see this? It's a nice inside bar here. And then we can see right here, we had a lot of short pressure. Look at the short pressure. 1 wick, 2 wick, 3 wick, 4 wicks. So we had 4 wicks of short pressure. And then we had a beautiful sell-off right there. So just taking this short, either at the candle close or at the break of the low, just taking it down, guys. Let's see what we can get. At least 10 points here on this short. Okay, that 10 points, that's $500 on one contract right there. All right. So you could have taken that trade Sunday, made your $500 and just call it a week right there, guys. So there's so many awesome opportunities. Make sure that you have a plan when you come to the market. So let's draw the fibs as well, and let's see what's going on here. Okay. So we have, so you can see here, we actually tagged the 618 right now, and we're kind of just hovering around here. So I really expect there to be a lot of chop because we're opening in the middle of the range. So whenever we open like this, it's going to be a battle to really break out of the range, to break the high or to break the low. So possibly this whole week, if the market decides to, this whole week can be an inside week and just chop back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And if it does that, it's pretty much designed to kill option premiums and kill momentum trades, right? So how do you play this from a technical standpoint? Well, what you want to do is you want to buy. So if we're playing in the range, you want to short near the highs of the range and you want to go long near the lows of the range. Okay. So that's pretty much what you want to do. But like I said, like look for the setups, look for the patterns. We had that inside bar right there, 7 o'clock. Take that down. Beautiful winner. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful. Let's look at MNQ. See what's going on there. So let's do the process again. So we're going to take it to the low, right around there, bring it up to the high, right there, go to the hourly. So you can see right now, we are actually doing pretty much the same thing, right? We're in the middle of the range, and look, another inside bar at the same, exactly the same price action on NQ and ES right now. So the inside bar short made some good money there. Okay, guys, pretty clean, pretty clean. I mean, as a trader, you can't ask for more than that. If you come to the market and you can get 10 points, make $500, on a contract, maybe you go in with 2 or 3 contracts if your size is appropriate for your account. Make between $1,000 to $1,500. That's a great Sunday night gift. That's definitely gonna pay for dinner. Okay, so there we go. So we did MNQ, we did MES. So let's see here what's going on. Can attend watch record session, no problem. So if you guys have any chart requests, please put them in there. If not, I'm gonna talk about my chart setups for this week. So these are the trades that I have scheduled for this week for the swing trades. The last two here, Pfizer and EA Sports, I'm looking for a short opportunity actually on these two. And then these other 7, Peloton, Moderna, Nike, Roku, Datadog, Texas Instruments, I believe this one is, and this one is Thomson Reuters. So these I'm looking to long, and then I always have some shorts on. So a good lesson for swing traders is always try to have a few short positions on in case the market does tank, so you can capitalize on that, and make sure that you're able to have a mixture of longs and shorts. And I'm obviously more bullish to the long side, but that being said, I'm also willing to adapt. So always be willing to adapt in the market. Never be stubborn. If the price action shows something different, you need to adapt. So for example, if we go back to ES here, back to ES. So if at some point throughout the week, we actually break this level, 40.29 and a quarter, if we break this level, that will be very, very bearish. Let's go back to the weekly chart, right? So do you guys see this long wick here? So this is the bulls that bought on the Friday close. So if we break this wick, that will be extremely, extremely bearish. But as long as we stay above, everything can be just consolidating, going sideways, and then eventually looking to break into new all-time highs again. All right, so that's pretty nice hammer bar. We don't really see big hammer bars like this. Like that's a very, very powerful hammer bar. If that low goes, it will not be good for the bulls. So Stephan, hi Stephan, welcome Airbnb, and then Prabjot, welcome. Thank you for joining. So let's look at Airbnb. So we had this chart drawn for Airbnb for a while. You see we had the Fibonacci from the complete low to high. And you can see, if you're scalping this, pretty much every time we come to a Fibonacci level, there were tradable bounces, right? Except for the 618 down here, we blew right through. And then even here on the 886, you see we're still there. It's still being bought up to a certain degree. But generally with Fibonacci, this is the last line of defense, right? This 886 here, the 132.57 is the last line of defense. So if this breaks, there's a high chance that the swing low will break, which is 121.31. So, and if 121.31 goes, then there's nothing below us, right? So that's actually a pretty dangerous situation for Airbnb. I actually wish I shorted Airbnb. I really don't. I don't like the business at all. I don't think they're going to too many places. And then we actually had the technical setup here. So here's the technical setup right at the top of Airbnb, $220. We had the inside bar right here. So, I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. Like you have that short right there. Even at the close, you can take that short right there with the close, right? And just ride that down. So right now, the last line of defense for the bulls, honestly, if we were to break back through this wick here, it would probably be a very good short actually, because likely break this, and then there's nothing below us. I would think the next level would probably be 100 for major support. So we'll see. So let's look at NIO from CME. All right, we're gonna look at that together. So yeah, so NIO is looking very similar to a few of the stocks in the market right now, a few of the bigger names. A lot of stocks are doing this pattern right now. So mostly even Tesla is doing this as well right now, where it's basically double bottom. It's trying to double bottom. So you could see here, right? We had a support here, here. Like you could see this area right here, basically from around 30.75 all the way up to 34.50. This zone has been bought multiple times. So this is what we call support, right? Anytime there's a zone that's been bought multiple times, we call that support. Anytime there's a zone that's been rejected multiple times, we call that resistance, right? So right now we can see support. We can see that they're trying again. So really, if we turn the corner and we break above 38, then we can start doing this basing pattern and complete this double bottom. Okay. If not, if we don't do that, then it's very, very bearish because there's a lot of trap bulls in these price zones. Stefan says, thank you. Thank you. No problem. Blues Rock Addict says Airbnb had lockup expiry on Friday. Okay, gotcha. Yeah. Airbnb is an interesting one. Very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. A lot of these names, like you see, they have an initial run that's very bullish, right? And then they give their gains back. So let's look at Airbnb again. I just want to show you this pattern that I see a lot in the market and to educate you guys. So you see this pattern here going vertical. So I've shown you a few charts where we go vertical. This is what we call going vertical, okay? So I pretend you don't see anything else, okay? So we went all the way from $120 to $220. So almost 100% gain with very little pullback. Anytime we go vertical like this, at the first sign of weakness, when things start going the other way, it's almost like we call this a rug pull, right? Because what happens is anybody that bought here, they start locking in. And then when they start falling like this, people get even more scared. And then it's just like this catapult of selling. And that's why when the bears come down, they come down pretty quickly. All right. So any other chart requests? And then we can quickly review the option play on SPY that I took, the one that I shared with you guys for free. So let's look at that. There's Tesla on the bottom now. Rizwan says hi. Welcome, Rizwan. Tesla, let's see. So Tesla is like what I just talked about. They're trying to double bottom. So right here in this area, they're trying to double bottom. So this whole area is support. Okay. So for Tesla to continue to be bullish, it needs to break above 650. So it needs to start becoming green and start turning. So nothing is certain in trading, but I would say this pattern, if we can break back up here, it's probably 60 to 70% accurate that this could be the bottom. Okay. We just play the probabilities. Nothing's 100% accurate, right? Because Tesla could come out tomorrow and have fraud. If they come out tomorrow and have fraud or Elon Musk dies or something like that randomly, that can happen. This stock can crash. So you can never really predict where the bottom is, but we can use a probability. We know if it is a good double bottom pattern, we have between 60 to 70% accuracy. So that's what we're really looking for, right? We're looking to have good accuracy. So if we take, let's say we take 25 or 30 or 40 trades and we have 60% accuracy with 40 trades, we're going to make a lot of money, right? So that's why, guys, like if you see my watch list over here, you see how many names that I take. This is 9 names, right? And I also have positions from last week and some other swings that I'm holding that are very profitable that I'm holding for bigger targets. So sometimes I can have between 20, 30, 40 trades on at a time. And that's the way you want to trade. Like the truth about trading is you want to trade like a casino. Because if you have 60% win rate with 40 trades, you're going to make a lot of money. But if you take one trade and you have 60% win rate, you can still lose, right? So never put all of your eggs in one basket. Always be willing to diversify, always be flexible, and always think of yourself as a casino. That's the best way to think about it. All right, so let's see what's next. Rizwan has Disney. Let's look at Disney. Okay. Yeah, so Disney finally broke through this basing pattern. So you can see here on Disney, this basing pattern, it was trying to base. And then this is why we have this steep sell-off, because all of these stop losses here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all of these stop losses in this zone got stopped out, right? And the flush came. So Disney needs another week or two to figure out what it wants to do. If Disney continues to break through 170, it can even go lower and lower and lower, potentially even fill this gap if things get really nasty, as well as the market being bearish. That could happen. But what I see right now is I think Disney is going to have a pause week this week, potentially inside week, or potentially like a hammer can form here. Then that would be a great opportunity to revisit. PEL BHVN, snow. All right, let's look at snow. So here's an example of like the potential of what can happen on Airbnb, right? This is the potential of what can happen, where we just kind of break through, right? Now it's forming a hammer. This is a very interesting hammer on snow because this hammer is trying to do a double bottom. It's trying to show that the bulls are here. But this is my problem. If I look left, you see these hammers before, they didn't work. So this makes me a little bit nervous of trading this instrument if this is actually going to work. You see what I mean? So one thing that people won't tell you about, guys, is charts and price action doesn't work on everything. Okay? On tickers that are like this ticker is not even that old. This is from September 2020. And depending on the manipulation that happens in these tickers, the charts probably don't even mean anything for some of them, right? So when I look at a chart, right, if I see that the hammers and the inside bars are not trading cleanly, they're not trading well, then that's a pass for me because that means my technical analysis doesn't mean shit, right? So a lot of people think technical analysis and charting is the holy grail, but you need to actually ask yourself, if I look at this chart, what does this chart look like to me? It looks like a mess. Okay. It doesn't even look like it's following any type of predictable pattern. So in that case, I pass. And that's the truth. I can't predict this, because it's not showing me any reasonable patterns. All right. So I know that doesn't really help, but I just want to be honest with you, right? That technical analysis it doesn't work on everything, even though some people think it does. Stephan, what is order flow? Order flow is just basically looking for prices where there are significant buyers or sellers. It's trying to basically look for potential support and resistance through order flow. So like how many orders are sitting on a certain level, for example. So there's a lot of people that live and die by order flow. Like they claim that order flow is the holy grail, blah, blah, blah. Like you guys know who they are. I don't have to say it. But for me, I believe that Fibonacci is before order flow. And the reason why is because order flow is generated through algorithms. Algorithms are robots, and robots are programmed to trade based on Fibonacci. So they use certain ratios of where they're going to get in and where they're going to get out. So Fibonacci, for me, is the precursor to order flow, and that's why I prefer that. I don't need to read the tape. I don't need to look at anything. I just know where the fibs are, and that is what gives me my edge. All right. So Pravjot says AMC. So I've been hearing a lot of rumblings on this ticker. Let's go to the daily. I don't know. So this ticker is very difficult, guys. A lot of people think they know what they're doing on this, but they're just pretty much gambling. Okay. I'll be honest with you guys. A lot of people are just gambling with this. But what I would say here is the inside bars do seem to have some type of positive win rate here from me just looking at them so far. So with AMC, really, the inside bars are the ones to be looking for. Like, look at these ones here, right? These ones down here, down here. These are good plays. Even this one, it's a loser, but these ones are all winners. This one is a short. This one is a winner. Short, short. So there's a few of them that work really well. So I would think that if we can get an inside bar close on AMC this week, that would actually be the best potential setup to go. So let's see how it closes this week. I'm pretty sure I have a feeling it might be an inside week for AMC. I have a feeling just because so many people are talking about it, and the market will punish them for that. PLTR and XPEV. All right, let's look at those. Yeah, so PLTR is putting in a hammer right now. I used to day trade it a lot, but I never swing trade it because it's pretty volatile. But just looking at the fibs here from the low to the high, we could see that we have kind of tested the 618 before. We broke through it here. And because I think the last time we looked at it was last week and it broke through. And we were saying basically, since it broke through, it's probably going to go lower. And you can see it did go lower and it stopped at basically $17 right around here. So again, when you're playing hammers, right, the bulls need to immediately convert this hammer. So like next week, they need to push higher. They need to push higher. If they can't push higher and this wick breaks, anyone that bought here and formed this hammer bar will be punished. And then if we break through here, we have the 786 and the 886 sitting right there for potential support. XPEV. A lot of these names that you guys are showing me are like literally the same chart. It's another hammer here. So same concept. The only thing that's different on this one, it's actually sitting on the 886 fib, which is pretty strong, right? So a lot of them are doing pretty much the same stuff. So play the hammer and put in the good risk to reward and see where you go. BRKA. So this, look at that. So Berkshire Hathaway, beautiful inside bar right there. Right? Beautiful inside bar right here. So how you can play the inside bar, you can take the break above, you can take the break below, whichever one you want, you can do that, or you can play it directionally. If you want to just only go long or only go short, you can do that as well. But definitely great setups. And if we look in the past on Berkshire at some of these inside bars here, guys, they've produced pretty consistent returns. So that looks really good, especially since it's up against all-time highs. If the market can continue to push up here, then this will continue to go higher. Pell says, thanks, Rich, for your info on Snow analysis on the chart. Thank you, brother. Try to be as honest as I can. Gia, JPM. So I made money on this one. I gave this one for free. And let me see if I'm still in it. Let me check my broker really quickly. Just want to see JPM. No, I'm not in it anymore. I got out of it on the sell-off, but pretty much I'll show you what I did for JPM. So I went to the 3-week chart for JPM. Okay, you guys see this inside bar here on the 3-week chart, right? So I used this inside bar to go long on JPM. My entry was 157.11 and my stop was 152.33. I gave this one for free on Twitter. I posted it you all for free. I gave you all the setups and everything. So I hope you guys followed along and made some free money with me, right? So we got to basically 1.5 right there, right? So that's really good money. So risking $1,000, you can make 1,500. This thing is still looking very bullish, especially since we closed with this hammer bar. I think JPM goes higher next week as long as the market continues to be bullish. All right, can we look at ATKR? So I look at ATKR and I can see this beautiful inside bar a few weeks ago. This was an awesome inside bar to play. Look at that beautiful breakout. Really good money right there. Even if you take it on the close right there, guys, you could have easily made like 23, 24%. Like that's so beautiful. When you guys see those inside bars, don't hesitate to play them as long as you're managing your risk properly. Like those are so powerful. Like it's so easy too. It's not complicated. It's not like I'm not trying to like draw 75 lines on the chart and then try to like make it seem like we're building a rocket ship. We're not building a rocket ship when we're trading. We're looking for consolidation, which then after consolidation, we're expecting expansion. Okay, so remember that. We're looking for consolidation because after consolidation, we're expecting expansion and the market or the ticker to move. So consolidation can be visualized through an inside bar. An inside bar means consolidation. If we look at this bar for one whole week, this is the 3-week chart. Sorry, I'm on the 3-week chart. This ticker, so ATKR, for 3 weeks, okay, for 3 weeks straight, was consolidating. Okay, so that's what this is showing. So for 3 weeks straight, you could see from it traded between 75.50 to 66.84. Very, very, very tight. Okay. So when we have that type of trading personality and we're trading in a tight range, you can think of it like, like the popcorn in the microwave. It's ready to pop. It's just waiting. And then this is what we call, this is it. This is it right here. The break above, wham. Look at that. Absolutely stunning, beautiful. Very, very beautiful. So let's take it down to the weekly. We also had an inside bar here. See this one? That's a nice winner too. Okay. So definitely, we're very, very bullish, obviously, on the stock. We had a lot of selling last week. So with this, if we break below the $80 mark, then we can probably come back into this area of support right around here, 70-ish dollars, and build another base and then continue for another leg. Okay. See me, how about SPY? So SPY is the same thing as MES, the one that I did in the beginning. So basically we close with the hammer bar, right? So what I'm expecting is that the bulls need to defend this hammer bar. So MES is the futures of the S&P 500. So if you're going to do technical analysis, it's nice to use the futures because the futures actually has more data because it's longer trading hours. But you see this wick here, guys, this is one of the biggest wicks we've seen on futures in a long time. It's a very, very big wick. And as long as that low, 40.29 and a quarter, as long as that low can hold, we will go higher. Okay. GSS, thank you. Rizwan says AMD. Tony says good evening, Rich. Welcome, Tony. Thank you for joining. Yeah, so AMD is doing the same thing as a few of these other tickers. A lot of these tickers, what they are doing is they're just trying to find a base. They're trying. Okay, so like this is the same thing. Like I had this line on AMD for weeks and weeks ago, and you see again, we come to the level 73.80 right here, and we're buying. Buyers are trying to buy it again, right? So this was kind of weird because we took this trade in the private room right here on AMD. We made double our money, and as soon as we made double our money, it's like the AMD just flipped over. It was like pretty disgusting. And the earnings was good, which was kind of shocking. And it just flipped over. So I had a question from a newer trader in my private room. So I'll share with you guys. His question was, oh, how can a stock go down if there's good earnings? So let me explain that. The reason why is a lot of times anyone that's been holding for, let's say anybody that got in at the beginning of the year or anyone that even got in here or even up here, they're just waiting for this pop so they can sell. And then with that selling, there is going to be obviously a lot of profit taking. And then if the market is bearish on top of that, so these last few weeks, the markets was kind of bearish. When the market is bearish, it catalyzes this sell-off even more. All right. So that's why it's a cumulative effect. And the other thing is this. I've been trading long enough to see stocks with bad earnings do well and stocks with good earnings do well in terms of the charts. And the reason is because it's not that simple, guys. If it was as simple as buying a stock that had good earnings and then you make $1 million, then everybody would be rich. So the market is constantly trying to screw you over. It's constantly trying to trick people, and you need to be one step ahead of the game. All right. Pell says, Rich, why do you use a 3-week chart versus monthly? So Pell, what I do is I use every single time frame. I'm one of the traders that try to step out of the comfort zone and test the norms. Many traders only look at the daily chart and the weekly chart. I look at every single time frame that I can get my hands on because I am an opportunist and I'm looking for different ways to trade. I don't want to do things the same way that everybody else does. I want to be different, and I want to be able to get an edge. So going to the 3-week, the 2-week, the 3-day, the 2-day, the 4-day, whatever it takes for me to get an edge, I'll do it. So that's why I look at all those different time frames. You won't see a lot of traders looking at that because they don't dare to step out of the comfort zone, but I will. Okay, so we have another request here. GTBC. What is this? Crypto? It's not popping up for me. Double check the ticker for me on that one if you can. Then we have Rizwan with Ford. Yeah, so Ford, I've actually been short in Ford since I shorted Ford at 12.06. I covered almost all of my position at $11.21. This is the exact trade that I took. And now my stop is at break even on the rest. So Ford is looking like it wants to continue higher here, but I'm still short and I've already made money. So I don't really care what happens at this point because the rest of it, my position is break even. But I think if Ford can actually break through these 3 wicks, it'll be a pretty nasty sell-off. So I'm waiting to see how that looks. GE. GE, I did short this one too. I believe I got stopped out on this one. I didn't make anything. But this guy here, it's just pretty much this mid Bollinger Band is pulling in, which is the 20 EMA, and it's using that as support currently. So it's pretty much just basing right now, using this as support. So we need to get back above 1370 for the bulls to take over. If we break back down through 1280, that would be very bearish. These have been doing well lately. Will they pull back or gap up? I wish I knew. I wish I had a crystal ball. I don't have a crystal ball. But what I could tell you from here, if we look at ASO Academy Sports, so you could see we have an inside bar close here, right? So as long as this low of 32.17 can hold, if this low can hold, then the bulls will continue to push higher, right? If this low breaks, then we have a very bearish scenario where we're probably going to pull back to the 20 EMA. So we don't know anything 100% certain. We use technical analysis to give us between a 60 to 70% edge. Nothing is certain. Anybody that's promising you that it's certain is just lying to you guys. All right, but I like this stock a lot. I think it's a very good setup. Nice inside bar right here. If you break above, continue long. If you break below, try a short. I really, really like this chart. Very good. Very good. Says thanks. Bitcoin Trust. Okay, Grayscale Bitcoin Trust. Do I have that? Grayscale. Okay, there it is. How is this one different than Bitcoin? I don't trade these, so I wouldn't really know. But I'm seeing some Fibonacci action. Let's take it from this low to this high. See, do you guys see how I just saw that with my eye? I didn't even draw the fibs, but I knew that that was sitting on a fib. So you see that, guys? So from this low to high, we have the pullback to the 786 and a big pop right there. That's a lot of algorithms buying right there. So the bulls are definitely willing to take a chance here. As long as this low can hold at $34.90, the bulls can continue to form a base and then push higher. All right. Perfect. Yeah, so this is the power of fibs, guys. If you want to learn more about fibs, I have a complete playlist on YouTube for free, and I also wrote a book on fibs. So you need to know it. I for some reason the Fibonacci is really rampant in Bitcoin. I don't know why. I guess it's more robots than people trading Bitcoin. That's what I think. And I think you see this world is such a funny thing because retail traders think that they're the ones that are running Bitcoin, but in reality, most things are always the opposite. And it looks like what's happening here is that the robots are actually the ones that are controlling this market. Rizwan says CRSR, Corsair. Yeah, Corsair is consolidating at the moment. We take it from the low to the high right here. We can see right there that we're just look at that. Absolutely beautiful. We're just hugging the 50, hugging it, just loving it. Look at that. Hug. So the bulls need to get above 35.75. They need to break through this range and then the bulls will be okay. But if we come back down here, guys, we have the 618. We have a lot of support on the way down. Okay. So let's see what we have. Microsoft now from Alex. Welcome, sir. Okay. So Microsoft, this is pretty much how the S&P 500 closed with this big, beautiful bullish wick. This is sitting on a Fibonacci. Let's go low to high. Okay. right there, 618. Guys, you see it sitting on the 618. Guys, if you don't know the fibs, just watch the videos and please take some time. Like, all you have to do, okay? I've made a lot of money on Microsoft, and if I was, my average cost is so low that I don't really add anything into Microsoft anymore, because I'm pretty much okay. I'm happy with the size of my position. That's a long-term investment. But this is how you trade, for example, okay? So if you, let's say you like Microsoft, either you want to swing trade or you just want to day trade it or whatever. You need to have these Fibonacci levels drawn ahead of time. So pretty much the level right here is 238.84. All you have to do here, guys, is you just put a buy limit order on 238.84, and then it just literally comes to your order, touches it, and then just shoots up. Like, that's what Fibonacci can do. It's so insanely incredible. All right. So natural gas. Yeah, so natural gas is against the fib right now. Low to high right there. We're against the 618. I think we talked about this one last time. It's pretty much done. It's pretty much done nothing since then. So it's just consolidating right now. But definitely, if we start breaking below the 618, if we start coming down here, expect us to retest these fibs on the way down. But if we break through here, we can definitely squeeze up here into these higher level fibs and then potentially retest this high. Which Bollinger Band settings are you using? I'm using just the default. I don't change anything. So I just go in here, indicator, just type in Bollinger Bands, this one right here. Okay. So nothing special. I don't use any of these. I just use the basic one. HCMC. Yeah. The only thing that I could see on this chart was there was a tweezer bottom right here. The low. I don't even know what the hell this is, but yeah, there was a tweezer bottom down here. Really hard to read this thing here just because it's so volatile. So I can't really do too much technical analysis on that one. Don't forget to hit the like button. Yeah, that's a great reminder, guys. It would help me out a lot, guys, if you could hit the like button. I want to do a lot more things for free in the future, and hopefully I can get monetized through YouTube, so that way YouTube can pay me and I can just do everything for free for you guys. So it'll be great if you guys can like, comment, and subscribe whenever you can. You know, if you're getting value from me, that would be great, because if I can grow this YouTube channel, then, you know, we can do a lot more things for free. And ultimately, at the end of the day, YouTube is probably the best way for me to reach a broader market, because Twitter is what it is. You know how they are. Sometimes the algo likes me, sometimes they don't. So I would really appreciate if you guys could do that. So Cat Note is, hey Cat, I've seen you throughout the week, so thank you for all of your support. Appreciate that. SPG, Simon Property Groups. So this thing is, we had an inside bar last week, and we basically had this candle is what we call pretty much what we call an engulfing candle, right? The importance of this candle, guys, you probably won't see it right away, but the importance of this candle, guys, is you can see the low and the high of this candle engulf the previous candle. So basically what this candle did is it trapped shorts and it trapped bulls. It trapped both sides. So whenever I see a candle like this that is basically covering the high and the low of the previous candle, I'm willing to actually take the break above or the break below, because this candle is so powerful, right? Because it basically trapped a lot of traders, and we're looking to take advantage of whoever's trapped. So that's how I would play that name. TGT. So Target, I believe the first time Target came on my radar was when it was here on this inside bar. So guys, this is why I play inside bars a lot. It's like, just look at that. Look at that. If you just take it right there, 180, boom, right? All the way up to 216. So I love these inside bar patterns. Really, really beautiful. Right now, Target is pretty bullish because of that long wick. As long as this low can hold here at around 202.76, I think this thing continues higher for sure. So Simi says D-Dog. So D-Dog is one of my trades in my private room. So I'm not going to share too much on that one because I've already posted the entry and exit and everything in my private room. So I'm not going to go through that one. But are you in the private room, Simi? I think you might be. I got like 4 or 5 people join this week. So let me know if you're in there. Fib lessons have been golden. Yeah, thanks. I have a lot. Honestly speaking, guys, I have probably like 5 to 10 people a week that message me and thank me for the fibs, and they make money. Not just in what I trade, but you can use it on anything. It's just basic pullback extension. It's the fundamentals, so it can work on anything. Simi says, let's start a YouTube community now. Invite more newbies. Yeah, I think that's great if we could. Rich, do you think if we break double bottom on Tesla, we can see 453? I'm looking to build long-term position. So Rizwan, if you're looking to do, okay, that's a good question. So maybe some of you guys are in here that are looking to like invest instead of trade or swing stuff, right? So if you're gonna invest something, first thing you need to define is your holding horizon. Okay, so are you holding it for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, 6 months? So if it's really an investment, you should really be thinking of holding it from at least 5 years, right? So if you're thinking about holding something for 5 years, basically you have time on your side. Okay. And if you have time on your side, then all you need to do is something that I call dollar cost averaging. Okay. I have a separate video I did on YouTube about that. But essentially, what you want to do is, let's say you have $100,000 that you want to put into Tesla. Let's just say that. So you don't want to put all of your money in right away. You want to scale in your money, because you always want to have money left over in case it goes lower. Okay. Because if it goes lower, you need to be able to bring your average cost down. And the only way you can bring your average cost down is if you have more money, right? So make sure you divide your money up in Tesla, have a maximum amount that you're willing to put in it. Let's say 100K, split it into portions, and then put limit orders at the prices that you want to get in. That's the best way to do it. So with Tesla, like I said, with Tesla is one of those names. It's very news driven also because of Elon Musk and all the shenanigans he does. So at any time, Tesla can crash. It can go to the moon. It can do anything. It honestly can do anything. So that's the risk you have to be willing to take if you believe in the company and if you believe in Elon Musk. If you believe in him and you believe in his vision and you believe in the business and you think they're going to make money, you have to take that risk, right? And that's what trading is. That's what investing is. So when I invest, I always split my money up into different names, right? Because one name can always have fraud. One name can always go bankrupt. One name can always anything. So make sure that, like, if you want to invest in something, maybe it might be better to split your money into a few different names, right? So that way you're hedged. All right. So think about all of those things that I said and watch the video on dollar cost averaging. Blues Rock Addict, thank you. Okay, I'm gonna get to these requests in 1 second. So Seema said, I did join, but I haven't accepted yet. I haven't accepted yet. See me. The private swing room, you have to sign up for it on my website. So I don't think I saw you sign up on the website. You can't follow the private room until you sign up. So you have to sign up first on my website, tradingwars.com. Let me just show you guys real quick. You have to sign up on the website. Once you sign up on the website, I'll get a notification, and then I'll be able to add you to the room. So just go here, services, private swing room. So here, guys, these are all of my results from January. I have every single trade, all the losers, all the winners, no bullshit. And then you just have to hit here, subscribe. Okay. It's $50 a month if you're interested. Once you do that, then I'll be able to add you to the room. Okay. All right. Okay, back here. All right, so let's do these in rapid fire. STLD, Steel Dynamics. So this thing is extremely bullish. It's at all-time highs. So whenever we're up at all-time highs, what I like to do is look for the biggest the biggest bullish candle I can find. So this is the biggest bullish candle I can find. And what I'm going to say from here is right here, around $55. If that price level can hold, then we can just continue to go higher. So basically the whole concept is, if you're bullish, you just keep buying and you have your stop loss at 55, because you know if it breaks through 55, then you were wrong. So this is what I call, like, it's like momentum buying. You're going to continue to buy and play this thing bullish when above $55. Okay. NCR. Exactly the same thing here, but I would use this wick. So 45 right there. Okay. So I would use the same thing. So this one is pretty nice too, because it's retesting that all-time high. So this could be like either one of the greatest double tops of all time, or we can just squeeze through and continue to squeeze the shorts in their positions. Nice. So I don't know what this name is here, but I see a nice inside bar. So you can just play this inside bar if you want to trade this name. If we break below the low, short. If we break above the high, go long. So that's a nice inside bar set up at all-time highs. So that's pretty nice one too. These are pretty nice tickers. Deer. So same thing. Like this is at all-time highs, right? So same thing. Big hammer bar. So you want to play off of this low, 367.55. You want to play off of this level. Okay. Rizwan has a few more. IAU. So this is gold. Yeah. So gold was starting to turn the corner. So the trick with gold is what we talked about, low to high right here. You could see that we hugged the 618, right? You remember we were talking about this. We've been hugging the 618 here. And this is the move. This is the move the bulls were looking for. So the bulls and the algorithms that have traded gold positively, they've already made a shit ton of money on this move. So right now, for the bulls, you gotta worry about this here. So this is the shorts on the other side. You can see right here, the shorts we're already pressing up on the 618. So this is going to be a battleground this week. This area here, 1770s, is going to be a battleground this week. And if the bears can convert and actually put in a sell-off, then we can come all the way back down here, potentially retest this low or make a higher low. It's not going to be an easy fight for sure. Definitely. Baba. So Baba has finally, so I had this trend line drawn from a long time ago, and I had this Fibonacci drawn right here, right? So you could see here that I drew this Fibonacci with you guys weeks and weeks ago. We had low to high, we pulled back to the 618, and then the completion for the 618 is right here. So right here between 192.75 and 181.45, this zone is the completion of the Fibonacci. So I think Baba is potentially coming down here, especially with breaking that trend line. So I could see that potential to come to fill these targets. This is what down here would actually be a great buying opportunity if you're bullish on Baba in the long run. And Baba is, so Rizwan, that's so funny. Rizwan says Baba is the only negative position in my portfolio. I was going to say the exact same thing. Baba is the only negative position in my long-term portfolio as well. And thankfully, I didn't put in a lot of money into it. So I'm very happy that I didn't put a lot of money into it. It's the only one that's negative in my long-term portfolio. So that's why it goes back to the lesson of making sure you spread your money out into many names, because if I went in all of my money on Baba, I would have been very, very disappointed, right? But wow, so 49 minutes have gone by like nothing. So one day when I'm out of the corporate life, this will become my new career, because I love doing this. The time goes by so quick. I have fun talking to you guys. I have fun changing lives and helping people better themselves. And on Friday, I gave away that option play. Let's just talk about that to close up. And, a lot of people DM me and told me they made a lot of money. So, that's what it's about. You help your family, help your community. That's what I want to do. So let's look at this together. So this was Friday SPY right here. So what we did here, guys, is we had a gap up. And the reason why I played calls is because you could see here, we had three major red bars selling off yesterday. 3 major red bars selling off yesterday, okay? And with that, sorry, I'm saying yesterday, Thursday. I'm thinking that I'm living in Friday right now. Anyways, so Thursday we had the big sell-off, and then Friday we gapped up. So the question is, ask yourself, if we gap up here, then all of these shorts right here, they're all trapped. So this is why, guys. Now let's zoom out. Look how you see how this day turns out. You see how we go vertical for the rest of the day, because here is where the shorts give up. Okay, so we gap up, the shorts are scared, and then as soon as we push up above this inside bar, it's over. Okay, so I gave this for free in real time, guys. Let me find this thing here. Why do I have so many notifications? Neon. Okay, my friend is there. We're good. Okay, let's get to let me just walk you through what I did, so in case you guys want to follow along for next time. Okay, also here, this tweet here, guys. So if you haven't looked at this tweet, please read this. These are a few pages from my book that I'm sharing for free. So read this if you have time, okay? So that's one that I put together recently for you guys. And then here we go, okay? So this is how I do it, okay? So on May 14th, this was in the morning. I just type it quickly because I'm actually trying to like get into the trade. So I can't like write a full paragraph, right? So I just put SPY 413 calls $1.55. So right here, the calls were $1.55. And then by time we got up to here, the calls were $4, right? So the calls were $4 and we made a shit ton of money. It was great. All right. So with the options, they are very high risk, but very high reward. So if you're into that game, you can make a lot of money trading those. Okay, so we have a few more chart requests. CRM and OFG. Let's look at that. CRM. Yeah, so CRM, I've been watching this for a while. We're just basically filling in this pennant pattern, triangle pattern here. So it looks like it's coming to a climax here. The bulls need to get above 237 and the bears need to take over and take down 210. So really just keep your eyes on those two pivots to see which one breaks first. OFG. Yeah, so this one is interesting. It's a bank, I guess, right? Bancorp. And there's a few resistances here, guys, you can see. So this one has been on a crazy move. And look at this. Look at the scene of the crime. What do we have? Inside bar, inside bar. Look at this. Bam, bam, boom, right there. Buy shares, whatever. Calls, whatever you want. Boom, boom, bam, right? That's why I do what I do, guys. That's why I do what I do. Take these plays for huge money. So right now with this guy, it looks like it wants to continue higher, but just be aware that there's resistance right here. Okay, 25.50. There's resistance up here at $29. So it's not just going to go straight through that, right? There's going to be some type of resistance, and eventually if it wants to squeeze, it can. Daniel says, thank you, bro. Thank you, Daniel. Thanks for joining, man. Good to see you. ATVI. So yeah, ATVI right now just consolidating, really. More consolidation, more bullshit. Let's see what happens next week with this. But definitely we had a nice a nice hammer bar right here. So this low needs to hold for the bulls, pretty much. Okay. So anytime we have like a really choppy small week like this, you don't really want to do anything. You just want to see what happens next week, unless there's like a nice inside bar opportunity for you to play. Bell says, Rich, thanks for your charts, talk, and your analysis tonight. Have a great week. You too. Thank you very much. All right, guys. So I am all done here. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you guys joining, and I hope we learned a lot today. And we're just going to continue to grind every day. We're going to continue to hustle, continue to make money every single day. That's what we want. We want to make money so that we can be the best version of ourselves, so we can give generously to our community, so we can help our family, so we can help our friends. The goal is to make money in the stock market. It's not to be fancy. It's not to be liked or loved. It's to make money. All right. So focus on making money. This is what we play this game for. Take that money and help those around you, and teach people. Once you become a master at trading, teach people around you so that you can empower them. All right. So thank you, guys. The Merit says, great content. I'll be joining prayer room. Thanks, brother. Appreciate that a lot. All right, guys. Thank you very much. Have a great night. I'm going to go try my luck in the casino, see what I'm joking. Actually, I'm not joking. I think I'll try and see if I can get lucky. Hopefully, I win a jackpot. So pray for me, guys. If I win the jackpot, everybody in this chat can get a piece. All right. Have a great night.